And hello again, YouTube. Pay no attention to the red truck. um, yeah, that's not mine. I was on my way home. I'm about an hour and a half away from my dental appointment at Reese's Dentist, which is right across the street, right over there. By the way, date and time, it's still Wednesday, September 21st, 2022, 9:32 a.m. And I just happened to notice as I was on McDowell and debating as to whether I would go to my dentist or whether I would go home for an hour-ish, and I think I want to go home. I noticed that there were two police officers stopped here, and upon closer look, they're specifically transit police assistants, and it does look like they're actively in the process of removing a homeless guy from the bus stop here at McDowell Road and 44th Street. Yeah, that Arizona law about filming the police and the distance you need to be away from police officers while filming it's on hold, and I think the state of Arizona has chosen not to even try to defend it. I think they're just going to let that die on the vine. But I'm going to go ahead and leave these officers plenty of room to do what they're doing. No sense causing them any problems. But not quite sure how they're handling this, but I'm sure curious how it's going to go down. The guy on the bus stop, he does look like he's pretty much nodded off. The two police officers look like they're being super patient with him. The bus stop has a couple bags of stuff. Yeah, at least he doesn't have a shopping cart full of garbage. That's something. We're curious how this is going to go down. This is turning out to be a whole lot less exciting than I thought it would be. But as much as I've been complaining in my blog over the last year and a half over not being able to sit down at a bus stop and wait for the bus because there's somebody camped at it, it is nice to see Phoenix PD actually doing something about the people camped at it. And it's also kind of nice to see that this is a special division for transit enforcement. It's been quite a while since I mentioned it, but Phoenix does have a city ordinance, and I don't know if it's posted on this bus stop. Walk around to the other side. See if they got it posted. There's no sign on this bus shelter posting it. It is posted at a lot of other bus shelters that it limits the amount of time that you can spend. It limits the amount of time that you can spend at a bus stop, and it does say that the bus stop is specifically only for use for people that are waiting for the bus, which is a pretty common city ordinance. When I was in Portland, Oregon, I noticed almost that's some artwork there on the pole. I believe that is a dick nose. All right. Yeah, there was a lot of wow, I can't believe that guy parked right there, I believe, to ask the police officers for directions. That's funny. That is not a parking spot for random people. Ask your GPS, dude. Ask Google. Those cops are busy with something. Anyway, totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, when I was in Portland, they also had signs posted on other bus stops stating that, waiting at the bus shelter, it's for transit passengers only, with valid fare. I felt like I've been really frustrated because it seems like the city of Phoenix hasn't been enforcing their own law, but it does look like they've got actual transit police assistance out and about, trying to clean up the bus stops, and trying to get the people that are just nodding off with a bunch of garbage sitting at bus stops off of them. So, of course, this does raise the question with them both sitting there like that. When the 44 comes here, where's it going to sit? And I think if I run this long enough, I'll get to find that out. All right, we got a big old box in the middle of the crosswalk, and we got a person that's blocking the crosswalk, but that's fine. He's got a green light. He's going. This has got to be one of my least favorite strode intersections. 44th Street and Cal. I've got so much video of this intersection because it's close to home. Good portion of my live stream last weekend was me just walking around this intersection, debating as to whether I was going to go to the subway at the far end of that strip mall, which I didn't. That's the CVS. That's my designated pharmacy. Where I get my antibiotics from. Looks like somebody is not very supportive of Katie Hobbs for governor. That line is trash. Yeah, listen to the polls. It's very much looking like Carrie Lake is, as a Republican, is going to win the governor's race here in Phoenix. But the Senate race, it does look like it's going to go to Mark Kelly, the Democrat. And I feel like a lot of that just comes to the fact that Blake Masters is. They were talking about it on KTAR today, and it was a disturbing portion of registered. All right, there's the 44 that's about to become the 44. It's a not-in-service bus, but I'm quite familiar with that one. That's the one that comes down 44th Street. Always frustrates me that I can't board it at 44th and Oak. He's got his right blinker on. He's going to turn right. I'm sure that driver's trying to figure out. That driver's thinking, "Oh, what the hell? What now?" Because with those two transit cops sitting there, that bus has nowhere to go. I'm awfully curious to see how this gets handled. Boy, a Chevron sure is not handling the weeds in front of its location. Look at all these weeds here. Shit's out of control. And turning right. Looks like he's just going to park just past the stop and turn on his blinkers. That shouldn't be a problem. The right, as you can see there, that yellow sign just to the right of where the bus is, even though it's 3 lanes crossing 44th Street going westbound, the right lane ends just past here anyway. So well, it looks like the bus is parked his bus and is going into the Chevron to use the bathroom. That's fun. He does have his hazard lights on, and he waved to the transit cop, so the transit cop knows he's left his vehicle there. I would imagine they're allowed to do that.
other phone, pop up the Valley Metro app and see. Oh, damn, it's down to 14% of the battery again. It's been a struggle with this thing all morning with the Obama phone to keep power on. Valley Metro is hiring. Valley Metro job fair. I can't really see it looking through the iPhone. Valley Metro job fair, October 5th and October 12th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Screenshot that. I really want to click on the learn more, because I would like to know what other jobs, what kind of jobs they have. I've mentioned on a couple of Adam's videos where he's been complaining on the Phoenix Homeless channel, where he's been complaining about bus drivers not doing their job and not stopping for them, which, I mean, my God, how many videos have I had where I was waiting for the bus and vlogging and talking to myself like this, and then the bus just, I'm at the bus stop and the bus just drove right by me. I mean, I've lost count of how many times that's happened. Shit. Adam and I were talking about that during breakfast this morning. It's a thing, you know. But then again, I mean, the bus drivers get so accustomed to, when they see somebody with bags at the bus, they see that guy's not waiting for the bus. You don't see him getting up and heading to the bus. In fact, I don't see him getting up at all. So I don't know what's up with the police. I don't know if they've maybe called a social worker to pick him up and take him to a shelter or what. But it does seem like they're at a standstill with this guy. I mean, I've been filming for almost 12 minutes. And, I have no idea what's going on. Now, I'm not going to go ask any questions. I'm not going to interfere with cops trying to do their job. But I am awfully curious. That's why I'm recording. 9:43 a.m. shows the next 17 arriving. Oh, there it is, Pebble Creek and McDowell. That bus does not know where to stop. So that bus is arriving right now. That's 17. It's showing me the absence. It's supposed to leave until 9:47. It's 9:44. So he's got 3 minutes to sit, and it looks like he's decided to pull up past Chevron's driveway. Becoming quite the bus stop this morning. I can't tell if they let somebody else off or not. It looks like they're leaving. Looks like that bus left 3 minutes early. So yeah, that's one of the many problems with the transit here in Phoenix. To me, an early bus is even worse than a late bus, because an early bus, you know, that's frustrating, because the app right now, it still says it's 9:45 and it shows that the bus is going to be there at 9:47. But if you click on it, you can see that it already left. And it shows it's going to be reported to this place at 9:46, and it's raining again. Damn. I mean, there's still going to be another bus there. There's the one that the driver just got back to, but that bus doesn't leave until 10:07. That bus doesn't leave until 10:07. So you got a good like 20 minutes until that bus leaves, and that bus is only going to 83rd Avenue. So if you're trying to get the points past 83rd Avenue, yeah, you're shit out of luck, because that other bus left early. Looks like we got a situation where transit enforcement told this guy he's got to leave the bus stop, and he's refusing to leave. And now we got a regular Phoenix PD officer here. You know, I had another video where I had shot through the window from a light rail train at 44th and Washington, and had commented about, hey, look, they're finally running the homeless people off that bus shelter. And somebody in the comment section had mentioned, oh yeah, that's transit enforcement. I'm like, well, how could you tell? And they said that they could read it on the vehicle. On my little cell phone screen, I couldn't see that. But good to know that my cell phone camera shoots good enough video that one of my viewers was able to see that, because I sure as hell wasn't. But yeah, no, at glance, like they both
Those SUVs look the same, but yeah, I can definitely see the difference now. I'm sitting there looking side to side. The actual police officer's vehicle has got red and blue lights, whereas transit enforcement has just got yellow lights. And of course, you know, that it's transit police assisted. On that vehicle, it says it in the window. The other vehicle there, it says it just below the window. Whereas this one, I can't really tell what it says. It just says police. I don't know what those stickers in the back mean. L-E-R-E-L-T. Nope. I don't know what that means. But yeah, it looks like the transit. Looks like the, oh wow, that other bus left. I'm all sitting there talking to these guys, and that other bus left. I thought he wasn't supposed to leave for another 20 minutes. Find him in the app. He's made it to 40th Street. Shows he's ahead of schedule. Interesting. The one at 40th Street is the one going to Pebble Creek, so I don't know where the not-in-service bus went. Maybe that wasn't going to be a 44 after all. Maybe that's a not-in-service bus that goes somewhere else, and that's just where he was sitting to use the bathroom. Sometimes it's hard to tell with the transit app exactly what's going on with it. Sometimes I can tell. And I've gotten fairly accustomed to the flow of it, especially in this part of town, but fortunately, I'm not trying to catch a Route 17 bus right now. I've got a vehicle that I'm borrowing right now, and we're just killing time before my dentist appointment and getting my tooth ripped out. I figured eventually I'd get a chance to shoot some video of this problem being addressed by the city of Phoenix. Still can't really tell what's going on. I'm gonna, you know, give these cops distance so they can do their job. I'm all about documenting, but I'm certainly not about, you know, interfering with their work. I mean, obviously they're not doing anything. I don't see them doing anything inappropriate to the guy on the bench. If anything, they're being extra nice by the fact he's still sitting there. And we got another cop that pulled up. Obviously, that's an actual, you know, regular Phoenix officer. He's got the red and the blues on the top. Does look like they've got different uniforms too. The transit police assistants, which may not actually be sworn officers. I don't know. I really don't know a whole lot about it. I don't know. I see little badges on their uniforms though. That heavyset, oh yeah, my heavyset guy is definitely a police officer too. He's got his vest on. Oh, he's putting on the rubber gloves. This looks like it's going to get interesting. Giving space for the guy walking. The guy walking's like, what the actual hell is happening here? Well, it looks like they're putting all the guy's stuff in a bag. Going by with a wagon full of stuff. Doing so good with it. Well, it looks like they loaded all that guy's stuff into a bag and they're putting it back of on the transit police assistance vehicles. Oh, there's the cops. Looks like they're gonna arrest him. I can only speculate speculate as to why. Perhaps the guy has warrants. Could be there. Could be he had drugs on him. Who knows? You know, y'all seeing exactly what I'm seeing. I'm just running the camera and sharing the information. Another fun day in the hood. Oh yeah, the guy that wasn't getting up and moving, he is going into the back of the front cop car in cuffs. So thank you to everybody that's liked and subscribed to the videos on my channel. I told you eventually I'd get something interesting. Here we go. Homeless and hungry. Yeah, I don't really buy the hungry thing. I've been homeless before. And how's it going? Thanks for cleaning up the bus stop, sir. Said many times, I've been homeless before, and as a general rule, there's a lot of people that feed. There's a lot of food banks that give out food boxes. There's a lot of places that give out food bags. Shoot, I used to regularly go to the Salvation Army, and I don't think they're there anymore. I think they've been displaced by Tower Luxury Apartments. But there used to be a Salvation Army right on the corner of I want to say Forest and University, that you could go to pretty much any day of the week, and they would have loaves of bread. Almost, I don't think I ever went there and didn't leave with a loaf of bread. I went through some really tough times when I first got my apartment in Tempe, and they're all heading out. Mission accomplished. But yeah, when I first got my apartment in Tempe, I had custody of Lily 3 days a week, and I had almost no income at all. I was still waiting for my disability to go through, and still waiting for my disability to go through, and I was struggling for food. All right, and we got a transient free bus stop. Thank you, Phoenix Police, for handling that. Yeah, I found definitely places that handed out food. But even before, you know, when I was homeless, I found a lot of places that served hot meals. There were two different church groups that would show up at the park, at Mill and near Mill in Washington. They would have a hot meal where you come through. It's like just fix yourself a plate. There'd be a bunch of different, you know, food. It varied from week to week, but they served, I want to say, 2-3 nights a week. Oh, there's a Bird scooter. Made it all the way over here to 44th Street, which is interesting because I don't think they, unless they've changed the coverage area, I don't think they work east of 48 or west of 48. I mean. Anyway, yeah, they serve several days a week in that park, and then like I said, there was always food at the Salvation Army in Tempe. There was another church that was located at near about 7th Street in Washington. They gave, I want to say 2, maybe 3 dinners a week. Now you had to go in and kind of listen to a short sermon, but you know, it's all right. Little word of God never hurt anybody. And after that, they had a really good hot dinner there. Like it would always be different food, but it was like a nice hot home cooked meal. It was a full meal. I never left there hungry. In fact, if you wanted seconds, you could get seconds. They didn't let anybody take any food out of there, but you didn't leave there hungry. Of course, my mainstay, I want to say it was 6 days a week, maybe 7 days a week, dinner at the Andre House, which is down in the zone. And then there used to be a St. Vincent de Paul also in the zone, and that whole block is empty now. That building's been leveled. I believe they've moved their operations inside the homeless services campus over by Cash Shelter. But yeah, they had what do you call it? They had yeah, they served a lunch, usually a hot lunch, every weekday at St. Vincent de Paul, and then I believe it was 6 nights a week dinner at the Andre House, and again, always a really good meal at the Andre House. So yeah, anyone who's homeless and hungry just isn't paying attention to where the food is going out, because there's always food going out. Anyway, I don't think there's really much more for me to show here, so I'm gonna just wrap this up. But glad I was able to share that excitement with you. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and yeah, never know what's going to happen on my vlog. I'm just always kind of keeping my eyes on the street, on what's going on, and upside down Del Taco signs.